And we're back, the TAKful Creator here. Okay, let's get started. May God the Creator bless us. May God the Redeemer heal us. May God the Holy Spirit enlighten us. Give us eyes to see, ears to hear, and hands to do the work of God. Feet to walk the path of justice, and mouth to preach the good news. May the angel of peace, prosperity, love, abundance, guidance, grace, and mercy watch over us and lead us to the reign of God. Ashe. Ashe, 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 ashe. Okay, so first and foremost, thank you for your likes, your shares, your subscribes. I appreciate your energetic compliance. I appreciate your views. Okay, I see my people out there. I see you. Okay, so this is just going to be a general energy reading about a divine masculine. Okay. And this divine masculine is thinking about a union, a celebration or a gathering. Okay? And this celebration or gathering is specifically made to bring joy or to enhance joy, to fellowship and joy. Right? Now, this is after a death and rebirth process. Right? Now, what I'm gauging with this death and rebirth process is that is what symbolizes by the grave card in itself in totality, but with on one end of the spectrum, right, on one side of the masculine we have the grave, on the other end of the masculine we have the celebration. We can see this as a death and rebirth. Okay, confirmation, right, with the celebration. Okay, so the 8 in numerology symbolizes forgiveness, right, but it also symbolizes abundance and prosperity. So it's basically forgiving what is not while also appreciating what is. Okay? And what you're doing there is transitioning into a vibration of gratitude. And in that, you're moving into more of a celebratory vibe. Okay, so just in energy, we can see how this divine masculine is ascending, okay, leveling up. But more so in the 3D, we can see how he is letting go of maybe past relationship, past versions of himself, past perceptions and environments that no longer suit him, so that he can more openly and graciously welcome the new. Okay? Now, this can't be done without understanding who and what is a snake. Okay, so what is a snake? A snake is an individual, an energy that wants to deceive in order to manipulate someone's actions, oftentimes in a negative way. So if that's the case here, even though there may be naysayers, even though there may be energies around them that is still attached to them, may always be attached to them because of family or circumstances, yet they are more in line with the past versions of him that he wants to let go of. Now, we say divine masculine. This could also be a female, a woman, a girl, feminine energy that is balancing or having her masculine energy thrive. Okay, because we see that this significant male is in the upright. And he's one of the more aligned in chakras in comparison to the other cards of the gentleman in this deck. Okay, so let's see. What else do we have here to kind of give us some information about this snake? Okay, so this snake is, and I just noted the other gentleman card that was in the deck, and how you can see by the color symbolism alone how one is in the more primitive, the beginning stages of maturing, while the other is in full alignment and has gone through, I guess, the ascension process to mature into their highest self, or a version of their highest self. Okay, but we can see here that there's some kind of masculine energy. Maybe this is a part of this divine masculine. It's probably like a part of their conscience, you know, that gives them that negative push to do things, or the negative voice in your head that like tells you about your insecurities or your drawbacks or whatever. Okay, I'm also gauging that this could be a physical individual that is offering some kind of hurdles that the masculine is also trying to leave in the past. Okay? And this immature male is also without God. So keep that in mind. In order for you to be in this light, you have to be one with the divine. Okay? So your consciousness has to be of higher frequency in order for you to be on this path of true death and rebirth in a way that is celebratory, where this divine masculine is facing. Unfortunately, you have this deceptive energy, right? These snakes that are contriving something, that are putting something together in a way to offer again that deception and manipulation. And this energy is showing up as an immature masculine that wouldn't be considered chosen. Okay? And they have everything to do with these trials and tribulations that are over here, having to do with some kind of ring, right? Having to do with some kind of proposal, whether this is internal. So we talked about, this could be the, you know how you have a devil on one shoulder and an angel on the other? This could be like the devil on your shoulder pushing you into a negative mind state, right? And that is because of whatever trials and tribulations that you had in the past with committing to your personal growth, committing to yourself, committing to the divine purpose that you have and not your earthly purpose. Okay? Now that's theoretically. Physically, if we're talking about an immature masculine that's offering this deception, probably while they laid one relationship to rest, they're moving into another one and wanting to, I guess, seal the deal, go into, I'm getting like a holy matrimony, but they're too busy being reminded of the trials and tribulations that happened with maybe the previous marriage or the previous engagement, or the engagement of people around them. Because let's say if you grew up in a household where your parent or parents frequently remarried, you know, it may not teach you the best, I don't know, perception or idea around marriage, right? And the significance of it, okay? But the harmony that is associated with the ring here, that, you know, that we can see by the 25, 2 and 5 together symbolizes harmony. 2 believing, 5 is accepting change by adapting to it, in a way that obviously is humble and gracious. We're seeing that this rose is still face down. Okay, it's kind of like a relieving energy, opposed to more of a celebratory energy. And that's why we could also see it on this side. On this side, we would see more of a locket that symbolizes a long-lasting love, future love, and then possibly roses, right? That would show the blooming aspect of love. But here, it's really talking about a commitment, a previous commitment, and whether that had to be around love or not, it caused a lot of rifts, problems that in a sense are so inescapable that in order for him to move in a healthy fashion, he would have to just lay it to rest completely. Okay? Now, this is our Under the Roses deck, one of my favorite to use, because it doesn't really know a lot of the truly negative in life. It's kind of like an objector deck, right? Where it gives a lot of useful information, but if you want to see whether it's going to propel you forward or propel you back, you use other cards to give you that positive or negative feel. But these are just for information purposes only. The 411, we don't care how you feel about it emotionally. It's not meant to trigger emotions. It's meant to lay out a foundation. Okay? Now, a part of this previous commitment or previous engagement, there was a bit of begging, pleading. I am getting more like there was a using aspect of it, right? Where in order for the relationship or experience to thrive, someone needed to gain. Now, this could seem parasitical, like most rats or mice in a household or in any environment, you know, where there's food. Like, they are seen as taking where they don't benefit. So it would be a parasitical relationship. However, it's natural law, which is symbolized by this 2-3 here, is 23. 2 again being believe, and 3 recognizing help from the divine, that your reality is only showing up in this way to show you the misalignment. Okay, so appreciate you seeing this misalignment, and you can reorient yourself. It's not as troubling as these trials and tribulations that are over here. Okay, and again, if you're put in a situation where let's say you have something that your friend doesn't, and so you're the one that can't afford it, that friend technically would be in a parasitical relationship with you if it's not reciprocated. Okay, and that's just in simple terms. Yes, this can be a lot more like augmented, like, you know, someone's using you for, I don't know, a leg up in the competition, and then once they get that leg up, then they sabotage you, and, you know, continue. Like, that would be, again, a parasitical relationship. So we'll get more into the 3D details of how this can show up. Okay, I want to know more about this celebration. Oh, the celebration is clearing all of the deception that we see here, because the card initially wanted to fall over here. So whatever the lies and the misinformation that was offered by this energy is being pushed away. Okay, because this future, this rebirth process is so aligned with their ascension that the frequency is too high to allow the negativity to really thwart what's going on. Okay, and then we see more about this negativity, that there was some kind of tower moment. All right, tower moment with the locket, but we see that it's in reverse, and people losing faith over there being some kind of reconciliation here. Okay, so yeah, back to the CPTSD and PTSD that can be offered by this toying with the mind and the emotions, right? This can offer extenuating issues where you can be triggered at any moment, causing you, again, where we see this snake-like energy of this internal insecurity, right, of putting you back in the mindset of all of the issues that you've had in the past with this previous relationship, because that's what we're getting by this locket in reverse. Okay, but this tower moment was necessary in order for this new beginning to thrive over here, that is clearing all of the, again, toying with the mind that was offered in the past. Okay, the secrets were revealed about how this energy showed up, or how this, you know, previous commitment kind of crashed down. If you think about it like a tower, you know, falling down, how this previous commitment had come to a fleeting halt. Okay, and that was the luckiest venture that could happen, because it skyrocketed this gentleman's ascension process, right? Their level up. Okay, so let's see here. Hi, Divine. Can you show me no? Thank you. Yes, that we're on the right track, and maybe we need a double back. Let's double back, baby. Double back, double back, double back. Okay, so do we need any more of the Under Roses deck? Okay, because we need to see more about what this new beginning has to offer this gentleman. Okay, we haven't, oh, I said new beginning, and this card that's kind of like in the light over here is a very new beginning that has the number 13 up at the top. Now, for people who are really into numerology, 13 is like the universal way of the matrix showing itself as itself. So it's like you're breaking through the matrix, or you are like crossing that matrix line, right? And this new beginning is a bit more youthful than the other new beginning card that is here. Okay, look at the colors that are in the picture. We're seeing blue, we're seeing yellow, and more blue than any other color. We're not seeing very vibrant colors, more like pastels, and then we have a very faint green in the background. So you're seeing that this new beginning is offering a lot of healing and help, but also thrusting into the matrix, right? Or out of the matrix rather. Okay, now this new beginning may be in line with the rebirth process that's over here, and that's how this luckiness is showing up, right? There's this whole issue, you know, information being leaked about how parasitical this relationship is and how it needs to come to an end, right? That's where we have this grave-like energy. But then the universe is offering you positivity in a moment of chaos. Like, this is something you can look forward to kind of push you through this experience, right? And believe, even though it may not look ideal, it may not look like the best situation, that if you continue to put your faith that was lost in the previous situation into this one, it will be fruitful for you. Okay, and that's where this new beginning is really like not in line with this, but kind of on the side. Like, this is the idea, like this is the light, this is what, you know, you have to look forward to. You know, don't put all your chickens or all your eggs in this one basket type of thing. Okay, so let's see, we need to know more about this new beginning. Okay, so this new beginning is with a significant lady, but the significant lady is in reverse. Although she is a more mature energy, it doesn't seem like she's moving in the highest light, right? We see the peace lilies here, which symbolizes external peace, often given when a funeral is happening or a placing of rest, right? So let's say you wanted to memorialize someone, you would use peace lilies to offer, you know, extenuating peace through the 3D to the 5D, so that they can, you know, be offered the significance of your actions, right? The symbolism behind your actions. So there's some kind of peace with this individual, but we have to figure out why this individual is in reverse. Okay. Oh, there's some kind of stork energy here, some kind of pregnant energy. Okay, all right. And it's taking away this protective nature that maybe this individual normally has, and that is what is necessary for them to be in the upright. So where they're normally super independent, forward thinking, even submissive, you know, because when you're in a healthy dynamic, your feminine energy can move in a very submissive vibe, because that's how you're able to be most nurturing and caring, right? But in the reverse here, it's like the portion of them that is necessary to protect maybe this stork-like energy, this new beginning, right? This pure beginning, which is symbolized by 17, 1, asking the divine, offering the information, but you have to ask, you have to humble yourself to receive the information. And then 7, praise the divine for offering you that information by using some kind of fluid. That's how you purify. Anyway, but I'm getting like maybe like a physical birth here. So like that's what's removing like whatever clouded judgment is, because like this masculine energy can see the aspects of growth that is in the future, whereas there wasn't much growth here. It was a repetitive cycle of chaos and tower moments. Okay. There's something that is missing on this side of the board that would offer us more information as to why the significant lady is in reverse. Because, you know, that's most likely the reason why, you know, these two cards are not together, because they would need to both be in the upright in order to be one, right? To be that divine union, to be that dove-like energy. Okay, so while this masculine is going through his personal successes, he's doing everything right, he's having the right reaction to all of the information that's being thrown his way, without truly caring about the opinions of others, his reputation with others, because he knows that his environment and the people he's going to be around is going to shift to be more in line with his higher frequency. And that could be the reason why this card is in reverse. So in order for this card to be in the upright, this masculine would have to already have gone through the rebirth process. Okay? So that means this garden phase of the celebration for whatever positivity with this stork and this creative energy that's happening, that is pushing aside all of the toxicity that maybe this masculine had attached to them in the past. Okay, to give an external piece to the relationship or the new dynamic that this masculine is moving into. But in order for them to truly be in alignment, they have to match the same frequency. And what we're seeing here is, although this masculine is moving in a higher frequency, his frequency does not align with her frequency. And we can ask the divine, do we see that this lady needs to heighten her frequency? No, it's just her frequency has to lessen a little bit to be in alignment with him. So until he fully passes these hurdles, then they both will be over here at the end stage, both in the upright, like so. Okay, but it would take, again, getting through the rest of what's happening here. But I wouldn't say he's doing everything right, but he's moving in success, which means he's learning from his mistakes in the way that is most purposeful for his divine path, and he has some kind of foresight as to the markers he has to meet in order for him to be in full alignment with this energy. But again, they wouldn't be able to safely be on the board if this feminine energy was in the upright. Because even though they're both of higher frequency, if their frequency doesn't fully align, they're going to clash. It's going to repel like magnets. Okay? Don't really think we need anything else from this deck per se. Okay? So let's get in our general read cards so we can see how this is actually showing up in the 3D. Okay, so there's some kind of dark magic. Dark magic that is thrown at a Virgo or is given based on some kind of Virgo energy. So I'm getting like a Mercury, a Mars, and Virgo, right? And they feel like, you know, it's very purposeful as to why they are doing this, but like, you know, it's dark magic, so it's, you know, it's fearfully driven. It's not because of positive means. All right, and this energy, because we talked about the 17 here with the purification, right, with the stork, this energy has to purify, right? That's how you become, in a sense, energetically cleared, so that you can accept more of the positivity and the blessings, right? So that you can repel this deceptive energy by these insignificant or these immature toxic energies. Okay, and I'm also gauging you have to purify your home. Okay, so that means you can sage your home, you know, use incense in your home, sprinkle a little cinnamon at the doorways and windows, sea salt preferably, but if you have table salt, that works too. Coffee grinds is really good for absorbing areas where there's humidity. Oftentimes it's like a time continuum leak, and that's the most I'm going to say there. So it's good to put a bit of cinnamon and turmeric. It's good to put a bit of turmeric there too. Okay, you can Google the symbolism behind all of these herbs and see how they are in line with cleansing and protecting your home. But this home could also mean your body, right? You may have to purify your body by bathing, purify your body by drinking water that is natural, that has certain electrolytes, so that you can fully absorb the water. And before drinking the water or bathing in the water, you set the intention for cleansing. For cleansing, right? For purifying. You set the intention to wash away negativity, wash away ills, wash away certain mindsets, to enhance certain aspects. So like enhance absorption, enhance your nutritional value, which means that, you know, by you drinking this charged water, you know, offering gratitude and appreciation to it, you drinking this charged water offers you an energetic upgrade so that you can receive and accept more blessings coming in. Unknowingly though, okay? I'm getting there's other facets of home that can require purification, but those are the most pressing right now, okay? And there's some kind of actual or real love that is emanating, right? That's the energy that's emanating here in the future, but this masculine really needs to not let the past kind of shift him backward in a sense, okay? Because people are using every bit of their low frequency power to throw at this masculine to kind of like a fishing pole loop him back. Like, oh, you got to be quicker than that. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting here. But again, it's fearfully driven that they're going to lose out or something, or that they're going to be missing something, when in actuality, actually, they're in misalignment. They're not meant to be within the same timeline still, right? They're part of a previous timeline. Okay, but these hacked accounts could be physical, but I'm gauging more like spiritual hacked accounts. Like they're sending scrying spirits. They're using scrying techniques with this dark magic to peer into your life. I know I saw a masculine recently have like a very irritated eye, like it was very red, and I noted that when my eye had a similar issue, that I can feel someone kind of like absorbing like they were watching what I was watching with me. And I realized later on that yes, someone was attempting to scry. Yes, their karma really bit them in the tuchus. But you know, it was necessary for both of our growth, for me to understand how the experience will show up and how it feels, so I can teach other people. But mainly so that other people can see that it's not the right idea to offer dark magic, because it will be returned if you are working with more divine energies, and that return to sender is lethal in a lot of cases. Okay, not to scare anyone, it's just to offer the 411. Okay, so something happened in April, or maybe this was the last time that this hacked or this scrying really happened. It was in April. The last form of contact is what I'm getting, right? So that's when this death, this grave process began, where they really are doing the internal healing of everything that happened in the childhood. And if it's childhood, it definitely could be like, you know, seeing parents and other familial relationships not work out, like not be the best or the healthiest forms of relationship. And so now this masculine is looking for a healthy dynamic, and they have to let go of all the preconceived notions that they have in order to realign and accept a healthy dynamic. Okay, because you can be in a healthy environment, and because you don't see that you're in a healthy environment, you like it attacks you as if it's toxic. Okay, it takes awareness. But it's also on the flip side. You can be in an unhealthy environment that looks healthy, and it would take your ability to connect with your spiritual self, to connect with your sensitivities, right, in order to feel whether or not what you see around you is what's actually around you. Okay, and that's the whole point of purifying your home, to cast away whatever negative energy that may appear as if it's positive, right? Most snakes, like if you think about the story of Adam and Eve, you know, the snake appearing to Eve wasn't very scary or daunting, right? Because if something said roar and try to scare you, it would be a lot more difficult to convince you to do what you're not supposed to do, right? So the snake is appearing like it's your friend. It's appearing like it's a version of you. It's appearing like something that is familiar to you, comforting to you, so that it can convince you. Okay? So that's why you have to look for people who, you know, may casually hurt your feelings, but are apologetic or genuine about it, because those are the people that aren't snakes. But the people who just kind of go along with everything and try to appease, and there's a weird feeling that it's not full alignment, but when you look at them and when you speak to them, it just seems so positive, right? Be aware. Okay? Okay, so there's some kind of expensive endeavor with an Aries. Now, this showed up in a previous reading, so that can mean that, you know, these readings are attached in some regard. Okay? So, oh, that's what makes sense. If there's a new creation here and a celebration, it could be an expensive endeavor. Why? Because people want to I don't want to say spoil, right? But offer additional to what is, right? So I'm getting like, if this was like a holy union and a king and queen, you're not going to give a king and queen, you know, your regular schmegular, you know, stuff. You're going to give them the gold plated stuff and all the extra. That's what I'm gauging here, right? But this Aries in reverse energy, this fire in reverse, but then we have this burnt orange just falling out that's saying, like, you know, you need this sense of boldness, but maybe not with the fire, right? Kind of like an ember glowing, but, you know, confirmation, but not like coal of flame. Okay, but then we have the Sagittarius energy where it's still pushing the fire. So what's the difference between Sagittarius energy and Aries energy? Sagittarius is a lot more impulsive. They kind of go with the flow. Now, when you go with the flow, oftentimes you are in line with the divine. Okay, whereas this Aries energy is more focused and pointed. So it could be more emotionally based when this Aries decides to use this flame, right? Be more aggressive, be more, you know, bold in their energy. And that's what could be expensive, right? Now, when they're in this bold energy, it's able to be maintained, but not when it's in this maybe overly emotional energy. It becomes expensive, okay? And we see that this sharks in reverse is attached to the snake-like energy, and that, you know, a sea full of sharks and they all smell blood. It's like, you know, that's when they'll gravitate around you, right? They have to sense that you're there. But the sharks, they're not able to sense that you're there because your frequency is cloaked from them. It's too high vibrational. Okay? And at the end of the day, this will all seem like an entire joke. Right? It may seem daunting now because everyone is filling your head with the deception, or, you know, letting you keep reminding you of the past. But the second you separate yourself, you have this bold energy about yourself, right? And you move in the flow, and you go and attack your dreams in the way that the divine is pushing you to. You're going to be able to turn around and look back at all of this and laugh. Gemini energy, which is very two-headed, right? So you're offering more than one logic to the experience. Okay, maybe I'm getting two-headed. If we're talking about historic, two-headed can be like multiple, you know, kids, or maybe you're birthing multiple things. It better not be about multiple wives or husbands, but, you know, about something else. And this is all going to be shown, or the information is going to be offered to the energies that are present, good and bad, in August, right? But because the energy is cloaked, the sharks are not going to be able to do what sharks do when they smell blood, type of thing, right? That's the whole reason why I guess this is happening in August opposed to any other energy. And that's why we cracking up. That's why we cracking up right now, because we're gonna give these energies, right, that like to move in this where is it? To move in this mouse-like parasitical energy. We're gonna give them rat poison. Put them to rest for good, so they don't have the opportunity to. I would suggest you listen to Hertz frequencies, ones that offer you more abundance, and ones that I would say unlock your chakras. They're not meant to unlock your chakras. They're meant to offer you a calming environment so that you can unlock your chakras. You can unblock them by doing your refining of your power, right? Understanding what perceptions, ideas, ways of life is no longer suited for you, and basically manifesting positive, manifesting better with this actual romantic love for you by envisioning it. Okay? And maybe, you know, these people who are trying to impose on this family room energy may get arrested, and that would be you know, an ending to them. That maybe that's the theoretical rat poison because of too much drinking, right? Now, not to say like they're arrested forever, but I mean, like, it's just to clean house in a sense, right? It's a trustworthy energy, just to kind of remove them and let them know like there's certain things that they shouldn't do, just to, you know, gain attention type of thing, right? You as a divine masculine have to move more in a regal lion energy instead of like a boy teen, okay? And that's probably how you interacted in the past, very similar to a teenager, very immature, okay? So this energy, even though you've grown past it, is still moving in a very immature girl-like energy, okay? Gotta remove that, and by removing it, you have to fully put it to rest. Rat poison. But I guess I'm gonna leave it there. All right, so I will see us soon. If you would like a personal or any other information, if you would like an extended reading to this, and I make it more specific to how it applies to your life because you resonate with it, by all means contact me. My information is in the description, and I will see you soon. Until the next.